Let me tell you something that's gonna sound a little nuts. The number of candles on your birthday cake, it tells you almost nothing about how long you're actually going to live. Seriously, it's just a number, a marker of time, but it is not your destiny, not even close. So I've got to ask you, how old are you really? Because the answer to that question could literally change everything about your future. Stick with me, because we're about to pull back the curtain on the metrics that truly define your age and, more importantly, give you the power to change it. Real quick, before we dive deeper, hit like, smash subscribe, and share this with someone who needs it. And if you're looking for a top-tier real estate agent anywhere in the country or need life insurance, check out the links in the description. We've got you covered. Okay, so let's get right into it. Picture this. We all have two clocks ticking away inside of us. One is just relentless. It's always moving forward no matter what. But the other one? Well, that's the one you can actually get your hands on and control. On one side, you've got your chronological age. Super simple, right? It's just the number of years you've been on the planet. It's your history. It's done. But on the other side, you have your biological age. And this is the real deal. This isn't about time past, it's about the actual condition of your body, the wear and tear on your tissues and organs. And here's the absolute key. Your biological age is dynamic. It's your future, and you have the power to rewrite it. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but what is this wear and tear? Well, scientists have gone deep, like way down to the molecular level, to figure out what's really happening under the hood. They've pinpointed the key drivers of why our bodies break down over time. And they call them the hallmarks of aging. Yeah, it's a pretty complex-looking list, from genomic instability to mitochondrial dysfunction. We're not going to get lost in the weeds here, don't worry. But you need to know this isn't some new age guesswork. This is hardcore science. Let's just grab one as an example to make it real. Okay, so telomere attrition. Think of telomeres like those little plastic tips on your shoelaces, you know? They protect your chromosomes. Every single time one of your cells divides, those little tips get a tiny bit shorter. And when they get too short, that's when things can go wrong. The cell can malfunction or just die off. This process, this is a core part of aging, and it's tied to all sorts of nasty age-related diseases. Pretty wild stuff, right? But hang on. Here's where we take a hard left turn. What if I told you that for all this incredible, mind-bendingly complex science, the most powerful, most accurate predictors of your biological age and your lifespan aren't hidden away in some lab? What if they are things you can measure yourself right now? We are about to break down 4 vital signs, 4 simple, totally accessible metrics that are more tightly linked to how long you will live than almost anything else science has found. Real quick, before we dive deeper, hit like, smash subscribe, and share this with someone who needs it. And if you're looking for a top-tier real estate agent anywhere in the country or need life insurance, check out the links in the description. We've got you covered. Let's kick this off with the undisputed champion, the heavyweight title holder of longevity predictors, VO2 max. This quote from Dr. Peter Attia just lays it all out there. Your VO2 max is basically a measure of your cardiorespiratory fitness, how good your body is at sucking in oxygen and getting it to your muscles. And let me be clear, this is not just for elite athletes. It's a vital sign for every single one of us. The stakes here are, well, they're enormous. Massive studies are crystal clear on this. If you have low cardiorespiratory fitness, you have a 2 to 5 times higher risk of dying from any cause compared to someone with high fitness. Let that sink in. That makes poor fitness a bigger risk factor than smoking, high blood pressure, or high cholesterol. This isn't just about feeling good, this is a life or death metric. All right, on to our second metric. And this one might surprise you, grip strength. I know, it sounds almost too simple to matter, right? How hard can you squeeze your hands? But the data? Oh, the data is just undeniable. It's a hugely powerful stand-in for your total body strength and your overall health. 56%. Just let that number hang in the air for a second. A brand new 2024 study found that people with just normal grip strength had a 56% lower risk of dying from any cause compared to people with low grip strength. This isn't a tiny little edge, it's a massive indicator of your body's resilience and your ability to survive. And look, here's the data to prove it. This chart shows just how strong and consistent that link is between grip strength and survival, even after you account for a bunch of other factors. The science is practically screaming at us. Being strong literally helps you live longer. Period. Okay, metric number 3. This is one you might already be tracking with your watch or your phone, your resting heart rate. It's like a little window into the health of your nervous system and how efficient your heart is. A lower resting heart rate basically means your heart is a powerful, efficient pump that doesn't have to work so hard to get the job done. And this chart, wow, this chart shows you exactly what that means for your lifespan. Let's say under 60 beats per minute is our baseline. Look at how the risk just climbs. If your heart is resting in the 70s, your risk is already over 1.5 times higher. And if it's up at 90 or more, your risk of dying from anything just skyrockets. Your heart is literally telling you how hard it's having to work just to keep you alive when you're doing nothing at all. And now for our final and maybe the most eye-opening metric of them all, the sitting rising test. This has nothing to do with cardio or how much you can bench press. This is a test of your whole body's functional ability, your strength, your balance, your flexibility, and your coordination, all wrapped up into one simple movement. The results from this test are just absolutely staggering. A huge study followed people for over a decade. The people who scored a perfect 10, they had only a 3.7% mortality rate. But drop that score just 2 points to an 8, and the rate triples to over 11%. And for those in the lowest scoring group, a jaw-dropping 42.1% mortality rate. Your ability to simply get up off the floor is one of the most powerful predictors of whether you'll even be around in the next decade. It's that serious. So this isn't just a bunch of interesting facts to know. This is stuff you can actually use. These are actionable tests. And I'm going to walk you through how you can measure 2 of the most powerful ones yourself, right now, with basically zero equipment. So to get a good idea of your VO2 max, you can do what's called the Cooper test. It's brutally simple. After a good warm-up, you just run or even walk as far as you possibly can in 12 minutes. That's it. Then you take the distance you covered, pop it into a free online calculator, and it'll give you a really solid estimate of your VO2 max. It is a 12-minute test that could give you years of valuable insight. And as for the sitting rising test, it's even easier to do. You start with a perfect score of 10. Your goal is to sit down on the floor and then stand right back up without using your hands, your arms, your knees, or even the sides of your legs for support. For every time you use one of those for support, you subtract 1 point. If you get wobbly and lose your balance, you subtract half a point. Your final score is a raw, totally honest look at your functional health. Go ahead, give it a try. Okay, let's bring this all home. The number of birthdays you've had, your chronological age, that's just your history. It's in the books, it's written in stone. But your biological age, that's your future. And it's a future you are actively writing, right now, every single day, with every choice you make. These metrics, your VO2 max, your grip strength, your resting heart rate, and your ability to get up off the floor, these things are the true reflection of your vitality. They're the predictors that actually matter. So the only question left is, which age are you going to let define you? Real quick, before we dive deeper, hit like, smash subscribe, and share this with someone who needs it. And if you're looking for a top-tier real estate agent anywhere in the country or need life insurance, check out the links in the description. We've got you covered.